It's no news that Space Varda's main objective is to construct the first space industry. Effectively, it'll be the first industrial park in space. In this regard, the company has raised over $50 million. CEOs of space enterprises like Elon Musk have grandiose plans for the future, including the industrialization of space. What's new? SpaceX has announced a collaboration with Varda Space to launch the world's first space industry. Today on the channel, we'll be telling you all about Elon Musk's insane plan to launch space factories, so watch till the end so you won't miss out on any vital information. Varda Space is trying to expand access to manufacturing in space since it offers an environment with features not seen on Earth. They plan to do this aboard free-flying satellite platforms in low Earth orbit utilizing in-house technology and equipment. The notion of producing goods in space is not new. The International Space Station, humanity's center for microgravity research and development, has housed various research payloads that have created optic fibers and even 3D printed stem cells. These may have the capacity to print complete human organs in space, perhaps saving countless lives. This technology makes use of the microgravity environment to create commodities that cannot be produced on Earth. Varda Space, a California-based in space manufacturing business, is now attempting to move this technology from research to production. SpaceX will give a Falcon 9 rocket trip to low Earth orbit. The first space factory will be mounted on numerous Photon spacecraft donated by Rocket Lab. Varda Space went on to say that they are not simply establishing an orbiting lab, but the first commercial zero-gravity industrial park on a large scale. Initially, Varda Space will link at least 3 Photon ships. The spacecraft may be customized for a variety of missions. Unlike the ISS, Varda will modify them to allow for autonomous manufacturing in space without the need for human intervention. Once production is completed, the craft will be outfitted with re-entry capsules to return the manufacturing products to Earth. The first factory will only produce a few hundred kilos of material, leaving many wondering what type of products Varda will make to remain profitable. The corporation would concentrate on high-value items that sell for high prices despite their modest bulk. Varda Space expanded tremendously quickly in a short amount of time. It began in December 2020 with just $9 million in startup capital. Few saw how the corporation would achieve its objective of creating space factories for Earth-bound items in comparison to the millions of people who utilize the space sector every day. 8 months later, the business obtained $42 million in finance and started setting up shop and cultivating ties with leading space corporations to realize its ambition. Varda had raised more than $53 million since its debut 10 months ago. A total of $42 million was raised in the Series A round, co-led by venture capital companies Khosla Ventures and Caffeinated Capital, among others. The remaining $11 million was raised in an initial seed round. Asperohav said that the in-space factories would generate high-value market items like fiber optic cables, medicines, and semiconductors. Still, he did not specify what would be produced in the first missions. All of the materials listed have been found to have much superior performance and better characteristics when made in microgravity. Varda Space Factory will comprise 3 modules, one of which will be Rocket Lab's Photon ship. The business struck a contract with Rocket Labs to acquire 3 Photon spacecraft to assist in its space manufacturing. Photon will supply communications, power, and altitude control to Varda's 2 internally built modules, the manufacturing and re-entry modules. These modules, as their names imply, will create the commodities and securely deliver them to Earth. All 3 modules will be connected on the ground and launched together on a ride-share mission, weighing around 120 kilograms. The first Photon spacecraft for Varda will be delivered by Rocket Lab in the first quarter of 2023, with the second spacecraft arriving in late 2023 and the third in 2024. Varda may perhaps get a 4th Photon spaceship in the future. Photon's 3D-made Curie engine will send Varda's re-entry capsule back to Earth. The capsule will re-enter the atmosphere above the United States and land using parachutes rather than the ocean to save money. The future shows that we can transport the materials and the manufacturing up to space for $1 million and earn $1,001 in profit. The moment that happens, we'll turn around like SpaceX and start producing these factories every day, making them larger and larger until we have something even 10 times the size of the ISS. Varda's objective is to harness the advantages of microgravity, which can only be encountered in space for extended periods, to produce innovative materials such as bioprinted organs and specialized semiconductors. The firm believes that the potential market for for such materials is large enough to justify the effort. This also implies that the manufacturing modules will be single-use, at least for the first number of missions. We're constructing disposable space factories for the first few trips. The Photon in the factory will be destroyed, but the materials will be saved. That's merely to make the technology as simple as possible. As the business grows, the firm intends to expand rendezvous and docking capabilities. Photon helps our clients to realize the full promise of space. It eliminates a significant barrier to the increasing small satellite industry by providing our clients with a modular and adaptable spacecraft platform that they do not need to construct themselves. Our clients reach orbit quicker and can concentrate only on their goal while there, rather than worrying about designing and managing a spacecraft. Those in support say that moving companies to space will reduce pollution on Earth and that the advantages of manufacturing in a microgravity environment should be realized. We're one step closer to delivering valuable materials to our clients here on Earth, said Will Brewy, CEO of Varda Space Industries. Brewy, the founder of Varda Space, spent nearly a decade at SpaceX working on the Dragon crew and Dragon cargo spacecraft. The corporation promises that the things it will create will enhance people's lives on Earth and hasten humanity's expansion to the stars. Their free-flying space factory is a game-changer. It'll be operational in less than 18 months rather than 5 or 10 years. Since its inception about a year ago by SpaceX veteran Will Brewy and Founders Fund partner Delian Asperohov, the Torrance, California-based firm has been developing quickly. In July, Varda announced a $42 million Series A round and expects to deploy 3 products in 2023, with 2 in 2023 and a third in 2024. The spacecraft will be one of several things on board the Falcon 9 rideshare mission, a novel and a profitable program that shares the cost of flying to space among customers by enabling them to carpool to space. SpaceX claims to reduce the launch cost to as little as $1 million for a single client wishing to put up 200 kilograms of cargo into solar synchronous orbit. Elon Musk's insane plan to launch space factories sounds impressive, but do you think it'll work? Subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so that you'll be the first to know about when we post a new video. Share your thoughts in the comment section.